So yeah, I made another water bridge, which is this one here. For anybody that's seen my other video on the PVC water bridge that I made, it was bigger than this. It's got a lot of views on YouTube, so obviously people like it. I was surprised about that, to be honest. Now I made this one out of glass because the PVC one was starting to change colour. It was starting to get a dark blue tinge into it, so it wasn't transparent enough. It didn't look aesthetically right with the other tanks. So I decided just to make this glass one instead, which is easier to clean because it's smaller, and I made it smaller anyway because I wanted it to be lighter. Obviously glass is heavier than PVC. Now, I should have probably made it out of acrylic, but I couldn't find any acrylic cement at the time, so I decided PVC, even though I kind of knew that it might change colour, but I went ahead and did it anyway. So yeah, that's my water bridge, pretty much the same setup as the last water bridge, but just smaller and more aesthetically right with the other tanks, because obviously the 3 tanks are glass. Yeah, so this is the tank I got 2 days ago. I set it up, I put some bacteria from the other filter into the filter from this tank, and as you can see I put some fish in there. You know, with that amount of water and with a small bit of bacteria, you know, already in the filter from the old tank, I'd imagine that that's either pretty much cycled or it's going to cycle very, very quickly. You know, and with so much water, there's no chance of, you know, toxic levels of anything building up with that little amount of fish and that amount of water. In my opinion. So yeah, I bought this tank on. Yeah, just on a you know, a buy and sell website, and I won't mention the name of the website because, you know, we're not talking about websites here. But I got it for very, very cheap. I couldn't believe the price with everything. I got the canister filter, everything. But you know, it's a lovely tank, and I'm glad that I got it. And you know, it was nice of the people to sell it for such a good price. Which I won't explain what that was either on YouTube. The light on the top is obviously not what I'm going to use for this tank. I'm going to actually build a light tomorrow. I'm going to start building one, a DIY job out of LEDs. You know, to say like, you know, I'm building all these things. Look, I get a lot of ideas off the internet, which I'm sure a lot of people do. So, I mean, look, I think I can build this light and with 2 strips of LEDs in Australia, by the way, for I think around maybe $90. Maybe $100. Now you know how much it costs to buy a light in an aquarium shop or in a pet store to light a 6-foot aquarium. You know, it costs way too much, and I think they're just a complete rip-off. But yeah, what I'm going to do with this tank, I'm going to put discus into it. I always like discus. Rainbow fish are my favorite fish. They always will be. They're my best fish to watch. I don't think any fish can compare to them, even the way they're, you know, see the way they're shaping up there, you know, that type of stuff. I haven't watched too many discus. I've never had them, so I can't say whether they mightn't become my favorite. I doubt it, but they're definitely a beautiful fish. Absolutely beautiful. For a showpiece, brilliant. So what I want to do is I want to put 4 discus into this tank with the rainbow fish and keep it at about 29 degrees. Should be fine for the rainbows and the discus. And because it's such a big volume of water, I think every fish should have enough room. Of course, some people are going to disagree with me putting discus with rainbows, but you know, that's what I'm going to do. And I will post another video to let you know how I got on. Also, when I have the light, the tank is obviously a little bit murky at the moment because it's just recently been set up. So it's just pumping the little dusty particles out of it, so hopefully it will look very nice once you can see straight through to that nice poster that I have in the back, which is great because the water line is just right at the top of the tank. I love this tank now so far. I also still love my old tanks, which have obviously the plants in it, but this one I'm going to have nothing in the tank, absolutely nothing, no plants, no substrate. The rainbows seem to be very happy with that as it is. I wouldn't put my cardinal tetras in there or my rummy nose. I don't think it's fair. I think those little fish need plants to hide behind. I don't think rainbows seem to care. As you can see, they don't really, it doesn't bother them. And discus, obviously, you know, the reason why is to keep the bacteria down. So what I want to do is I want to leave a bare bottom so I can keep no bacteria in the tank. well, as little as possible, easy to clean, and basically I can see the dirt and then just do my water tests and my water changes, and I'm hoping everything should be fine. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to give a rundown on my tanks and introduce myself, and yeah, for anybody that's subscribed to my channel, thank you for subscribing, and hopefully we can share some ideas and talk about what we love, which is aquariums and keeping fish. So thanks for watching. Bye.